Hey, fire signs. Welcome to springtime. Welcome to spring into summer. Welcome to Gemini season. Welcome to the month of June. This is for the sun and or rising signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So definitely check your moon and your rising placements for these messages or any messages that you might be looking for. These are general messages, fire signs, so take what resonates and leave what does not resonate. Okay? And these messages that I am giving you are just, again, they're general, and I'm doing the best that I can to touch on all aspects of life, finances, the soul, emotions, the mental body, your health, relationships. So like I said, take what resonates and leave behind what does not resonate. All right, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to light some incense and then we will get started. All right. Let's go ahead and begin your reading, fire signs, and we are going to start with the sign of Aries. I'm going to start with Aries. If there are any of you guys watching this and you have fire in your rising sign, but you may be a Gemini, happy birthday. Or Gemini sun, should I say. All right. Aries, sun and rising signs. Let's see what the universe has in store for you guys. What messages of advice, encouragement, and guidance? Ancestors, please be here with us for the sign of Aries, sun and or rising placements. Okay, guys. Let's see. Fire signs, Aries, ancestors. What messages do we have for Aries? What messages do we have for the sign of Aries? My beautiful Aries people in the world with Aries in their sun and or rising placements. Messages of advice, guidance, and encouragement. All right, Aries. Sun and rising signs, ancestors, what messages of advice, guidance, and encouragement do we have for Aries, sun and rising signs of the world? You received the card, Go Now. I believe I believe Scorpio got this same combination from this particular deck, except it was swapped. You received Power of Joy at the bottom. I believe it was, if you have Scorpio in your chart, or like a big placement of Scorpio, or you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, Aries, definitely check out Scorpio's reading. Could possibly be that you may have some type of connection with a Scorpio in your life, and both of you might be separating for some reason, or just distancing yourselves for a while, taking a break. I don't know. whatever, everybody's situation is different. Doesn't necessarily always have to involve a person, but if Aries, if there is anything in the season of Gemini, if there's a situation or some type of circumstance you find yourself in where you're kind of contemplating, like, should I stay or should I go? Or maybe you kind of already made the decision mentally to leave, but you're just kind of trying to figure out when is the right time. When is the right time to leave? Maybe you're moving to a different city, moving house, traveling. If this is not necessarily leaving permanently or for a long period of time, if this is not separation from someone, like breaking up or whatever, this can just be travel, Aries. So, and in a smaller, I guess in a less intense way, maybe you just need some me time. You know, maybe you need to get in your car and go someplace for a while, take a vacation. And it's to a destination that will make you happier. And if this is on like a weekly or monthly or even like seasonal basis where you decide, you know, I think I want to start traveling more, I want to book this trip, you know, if that's what's going to make you happy, if it's something that will fulfill you, then do so. Do so. Because what's at the root of all of this is your happiness. It is your fulfillment. It is your peace of mind. It's your health. So wherever it is that you need to go, whatever trip you need to book or to prepare for, Gemini season is that time. It is that time for you, Aries, sun and rising signs. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Interesting. But again, for those of you who are like, you could be in a relationship that's just not making you happy at all, and it hasn't made you happy in a very long time. Maybe in your past, Aries, sun and rising signs, you were happy. Just on your own, you were happy. You had good people in your life, and you probably still have really good people in your life, but there is something here that, for some of you, not all of you, some of you, there's a situationship or some type of a relationship that is just not, it's like it's just not fulfilling you. Will that change? I don't know. That's up to between you and that person, right? That's conversations you guys have to have, and you know, that's a journey between you and that person. So let's see, Aries, sun and rising signs, a little bit more about Gemini season. Let's see if the cards and my ancestors clarify more about these cards, or bring up something similar, or maybe they'll bring up something completely, you know, bring up something else, but we'll see. Ancestors, spirit guides, what more do you have to say to Aries, sun and rising signs for Gemini season of the year 2024 for Gemini season? Okay. Aries, sun and rising signs. I'm also getting that some of you guys, there's just a lot of noise surrounding you. It's like a lot of, there may be just a lot going on. It's like you can't really find a moment's peace by yourself. Some of you. And that's where, you know, you just feel like you need to go now, or you need to get out. I'm also getting, Aries, before I pull this next card, how important is your happiness to you? What measures are you willing to take to be happy? Now, I'm not saying to be desperate for it or to be, you know, to hurt anybody in the process. Like, genuinely, how important is your happiness truly? Because you got people who will cut off anybody to be happy. They'll break up with you like that. If you don't make them happy, they're out. You have some people who take their time. They're willing to work with you, right? They're willing to work through things and be unhappy for a time before they actually reach the goal of happiness. Depends. It depends on your journey. But some of you guys may be just going through it in a relationship with someone, or in a friendship or a family relationship. And you have to decide, okay, in this moment, or in the next few moments, or in the next few days, next couple of weeks, whatever, I need to create space for my joy, for my own positivity. Right? Okay. So, yeah, this is definitely something regarding your independence, Aries, as an individual and in relationships. So if you have relationships that are very codependent, or a relationship that is really codependent, it does not have to be romantic, but it could, you know, it's weighing you down. It might be weighing the other person down, and nobody's really doing much about it. The codependency just exists and it thrives, right? Realize your power here, Aries. Realize the reason why your soul is here. What is it that you feel you are meant to do? What are you choosing to be your purpose? You know, I don't really believe that there's necessarily a purpose that's just set in stone for us when we're down here and we don't have a choice. It's more of what resonates with your soul, what resonates with your heart. I don't feel that you are the type of individual, Aries, sun and rising signs, for those of you who resonate with this particular part of the message. I don't think that you're the type of person to be tethered or tied down. That's just not any relationship that you find yourself in, no matter how loving and beautiful they are, or however loving and beautiful a particular relationship is, you know, it has to be hand in hand. It must be equal contribution from you and from your partner or friend or family member. Okay, some of you guys may have been born into families where you know, maybe your family just didn't give you the space that you needed to thrive or to grow or to learn or to change. And so in some ways you may have kind of accumulated a lot of energies around you growing up and into adulthood. And maybe there's a part of you you don't really understand how to give yourself solitude, how to sit in solitude. Some of you guys may have a hard time saying no when it comes to your availability, or your, you know, whether, you know, how often you are available to someone or to other people. Yeah, there goes that word happiness again. The sea otter. So yes, there is a beautiful sense of community here with you, Aries, or at least this is what is presented to you in your life. You have a lot of people that you like to be around, a lot of, you know, you may have a number of people who like to be around you. However, it may be best during Gemini season to reevaluate that and realize, you know, maybe maybe you need to kind of adjust your friendships a little bit and your availability, and just, you know, put your feelers out there and find out who is in your life to give you the space to grow. They're not there to possess you, right? Is there anybody in your life that possesses you? Do you possess them? Why? You know, this is a time for you to go party, go have a couple drinks, go date if you're single. Um, Maybe this could also be you hanging out with your significant other more, hanging out with your kids more. It's like, but in a very playful way. Like, it's not with a heavy heart here. Let go of control. No matter what changes come your way, just go with it, right? There may be a lot of change happening in your family life or in a shared space. And the best thing for you to do at this time, Aries, is not contribute to the drama or contribute to the tension. Again, it's that energy of, okay, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of drama, or there's a lot of negativity in my midst. Am I going to contribute to it and conform to it, or am I going to continue to be the happiest person, the beautiful, you know, beautiful person in the room? Am I going to be, and you know, shine your light, definitely, Aries, shine your light, be noticeable. However, you know, just make sure you're being responsible with your energy as well. You know, honey attracts bees, cockroaches, all different, bears, all different types of animals, ants. You know, light attracts all wanted and unwanted energy. So again, be very careful with your energy at this time, because Gemini season, Aries, is very much a social season. It's very social, very communicative, and there can be some conflict there. There can be some muckiness, some confusion there. And I did, before I started your reading, I did get this sense of breath work, practicing breath work, or just breathing before you decide to do anything. Maybe before you drive your car, breathe. Before you say something to someone, you know, too abruptly without thinking about it, breathe. Just breathe through it. Okay, we're going to pull a couple more, 2 more oracle messages for you guys. Aries, Sun, and Rising signs for Gemini season, and then we're going to jump into the tarot last, towards the end of your reading, okay? Let's see, Aries, Sun, and Rising signs. Ancestors, what more do you have to say to, what more does the universe have to say? Letters and messages from the cosmos, from the universe, to those born under Aries and their Sun and Rising signs, Sun and or Rising signs. Messages of advice and encouragement for my beautiful Aries, Sun, and Rising signs out there. Some of you guys might be going whale watching, or you want to, or you want to go to the beach. You want to go maybe surfing. Some of you guys really like the beach. You love the beach. So maybe taking some time to go to the beach might be very beneficial. You know, like going to the swimming pool. Yeah, if that's in, you know, if that's all that's in your means right now. But like, definitely, you know, if there's a beach that you can go to the beach. Feel the energy of that landscape, of that environment. Okay, so we have determination. There's that. It's interesting you have this yellow in your reading. You have yellow in this card. There's yellow and purple in this card, and you see that light, those light rays surrounding his staff, his crown, and his heart chakra. And then we also have this yellow light here of determination. So there is something that you are determined to accomplish here, Aries, or at least the universe is, you know, your spirit guides or the spirit realm, your higher self, your own divinity is reminding you of your determination. So I'm seeing here, when it comes to your happiness, Aries, sun and rising signs, you have to be determined to maintain that. Don't allow anybody to deter you from that. Because there's like a comfort, there's some type of comfort that you're looking for. I'm just getting, for some of you Aries, I just get the sense you feel alone in this situation. It just feels like there's a lot going on for some of you. And if it's not a lot going on, I'm just getting the sense that there is this need to belong, or to feel that you belong, to feel that you're on the right path. But I'm seeing this confirmation from the spirit realm and from my ancestors that you don't really need to worry. You're on the right track, or what you're feeling is correct. Okay? You have to remain determined to thrive. This is not, you should not give up on yourself. Don't give up on this goal of prosperity on an emotional and mental level. You know, not so much on a physical level with money. It could, but I'm getting the sense, doesn't matter how much money you have or don't have, your heart and your mind are kind of, you know, maybe a little bit has been drained lately. Some of you guys, you're just determined to stick something out. You're determined. You may feel at home in a relationship where you feel like, you know, I've come a long way. I've built this life, and I just want to feel comfortable in it for once. And you can. It just, you know, for some of you guys, it seems like there just might be a lot of upheaval, a lot of tower moments, or just a lot of transformative energies that need to take place. There's a lot of purging or cleaning out energies, clearing space in this relationship with somebody, or in your home, before you can truly feel like you belong. I also get the sense maybe gardening might benefit you, be very therapeutic for some of you. Others of you, there actually might be a water spirit wanting to help you, or the element of water. That element can really help you. All right, let's pull one last oracle message here, Aries, sun and rising signs. For some of you, somebody does not like seeing you happy because it's very powerful and it really intimidates them. It makes them very jealous, or it makes them feel very uneasy, because no matter what they do towards you, or no matter how much this person tries to belittle you somehow, or, you know, no matter how much this person disrespects you or talks behind your back, whatever, gives you the stank eye, whatever, they see that you're not fazed by them. So if there's somebody that you feel, you know, you're I don't know, like they're better than you or something, they're not. If there's somebody who makes you feel that way, they have a lot of issues that has nothing to do with you. Okay? So your happiness and your positivity towards yourself and about the whole situation is actually a shield. It's a protective shield around you. Okay, Aries? One more oracle message, and then we'll jump into the tarot for Aries, sun and rising signs. Productivity. Okay. So yeah, you might have a lot, or there's more yellow and green. Yeah, you have a lot going on, Aries. You have a lot. Maybe you're in school. Maybe this is about work. Maybe there's something about productivity in the home. It could be maybe you're just really thinking about how much work you have to do when it comes to your home or your family, or how much work you've been doing. Okay. And then we have patterns at the bottom of the deck. So Aries, sun and rising signs. Maybe you're realizing that there is a certain pattern of behavior that someone exhibits when it comes to productivity in the home or at work. Or maybe this is a message, Aries, where you just need to improve your productivity. Maybe you're doing too much or you're just straining yourself, and there's something that needs to be adjusted so that way your productivity doesn't turn into stress, unnecessary stress. Again, if you're in a relationship where you are the more productive one, you're the one that's, you know, doing most of the work, you may have to have a conversation. Or maybe you're doing a lot of the financial work, but there's something about productivity, there's something about determination. It's like that is Aries energy. That is, you know, that is your energy. However, there's this longing for togetherness or things to just kind of come together, to feel like you're not alone in this. It's almost like you need somebody to understand how you're feeling as you work on all of this. You know. Interesting. Some of you guys, there may be someone that you end up leaving behind and you're kind of sad about that, or you're just kind of hoping that that doesn't have to be the case, you know, that you don't want to leave this person behind. But I will say, Aries, if there's someone you have to leave behind for a while, and this can be mostly on a friendship level or a family relationship level, if they're meant to be in your life, they're meant, if they, you know, and even if they choose to be there, if they are, if these people in your life are determined to be a part of your path and to contribute to your path and to help you improve and grow, and they grow and improve with you, they're going to be there. You don't have to worry about that, right? You may be surrounded by people who really they're not really happy with themselves. So when you talk about the things that you want in your life, they kind of shut you down because maybe they just don't believe in like true happiness. They don't believe that you can truly be happy in this world. Let's pull 3 tarot cards to bring this all together. Aries, sun and rising signs for Gemini season. It's okay to be productive, definitely. Some of you guys have children. Some of you guys have children with someone. And there may be some kind of lax behavior that you're dealing with from someone in your family or in your household, or you just feel like they're not contributing enough financially. And that's where the unhappiness lies. But I'm just getting the sense, Aries, that all you need to do is not even worry about that person. Like if they don't want to pull their own weight, or they're just not getting the big picture, like just move on from it. Just go do your own thing. Don't worry about them. At the end of the day, you shouldn't have to suffer for that, for someone else's mistakes, or suffer for someone else's negligence. Move on. Do your thing. Yeah, this is definitely about the home. This is definitely about finances. This is definitely about family. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so the light's going to be shown. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine, Aries. Yeah, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Definitely about money. Definitely about the home. Definitely about family. A legacy. Right? Values. So some of you guys, this is dealing with your children or your relationship with your children. This is you and your partner when it comes to the children. It's you and your partner when it comes to work around the house. You and your partner when it comes to just work and finances outside of the home. Bills being paid, the mortgage, rent, what have you, car payments. So Aries, I'm gonna leave you with this. You have the 7 of Wands, I'm sorry. So definitely forming your own path here, no longer being held down and following the crowd here. You can't be told what to do, Aries. When it comes to finances, like you are pretty much the head of household. That's what I'm seeing here. You know, and you may not be getting the credit that you deserve. You're not really given time to just relax. You know, you're a very determined person. You're getting a lot of work done here. However, and it's all going to pay off for you. You have the Ace of Pentacles here and the Sun. So everything's going to be fine. Continue to work on yourself. Continue to work on your career. Continue to work on your happiness. Everybody else involved who's not on board with that, that's not your problem. You have to let them create their own karma. You cannot stop them from their own negligence or their own failures. You can be somewhat of a tool to help them. You know, you can be a person to give them the tools to grow, but you cannot force somebody to grow here. So if this is a relationship or marriage, you guys are you Aries and this person definitely have the potential to raise a family, to have a beautiful household, the whole package, right? Everything's going to be fine. However, again, just because you are married or because you have kids with somebody, because you live that family life, does not mean that you cannot continue down the path of your own independence and happiness, to be your own individual. We're all our own individual until we die. Doesn't matter if we have kids, doesn't matter if we're married or not, doesn't matter. Okay? Hopefully that made sense, Aries. Much love and light to all of you. Hope to see you guys in your next reading. Stay safe, stay healthy. And yeah, good luck with everything for the season of Gemini, Aries. All right, we're going to move on to Leo. Leo, Sun, and rising signs. Leo, as I said in the beginning of the video, these are general messages. Take what resonates, leave what does not. I am doing my best to cover all bases, you know, in a general sense, in whatever you're dealing with in your life. Okay, so this is not a reading of a specific relationship or situation. This is just the energies, the general energies that you may encounter or may have already encountered, or, you know, are kind of, you know, shifting inside of you or in someone else that you're involved with. We'll see. Okay. All right, Leo. For Gemini, season, ancestors. What messages does the cosmos, the universe, God, the gods and goddesses of this universe, do they have to say as far as guidance and advice and encouragement for my beautiful Leos out there, my Leo people born under the sign of Leo in their sun and or rising placements for Leo for Gemini season 2024. What messages do we have for Leos? Leos of the world, sun and or rising signs for Gemini season 2024. Let's see here, Leo. Okay. Let's see, Leos. Okay. All right, Leo. So Leo, Gemini season is a beautiful time for you. At least it can be, depending on your perspective, depending on what you're focused on or not focused on, right? Depending on what you allow to control the narrative, or who you allow to control the narrative, you know, the thoughts, the feelings that you allow to take control, right? But I would say, as far as the universe is concerned, or as far as your spirit team, your ancestors, your creator, whoever, as far as they're concerned, you're in a very beautiful point in time in your life. There is a lot being purged and purified in your life, Leo. Or not even just in your life, just within yourself. And therefore, the changes that you have experienced or are experiences inwardly is causing you to create a new life for yourself and just, you know, change everything, whatever that means for you. There's a lot that you are changing because of all of the changes that you've made inside. I'm also getting detoxing your body. Some of you guys are either taking up fasting or you're thinking about it, contemplating it, not sure about it, but still thinking about it. Yeah, very, very clean, cleansed, purified energy here. I'm getting don't take no for an answer when it comes to your happiness, when it comes to your peace of mind. You are protected. You are looked after, Leo. Your loved ones are looked after. Your home. Okay. If this is advice, this is definitely, again, everything that I just said as far as like purification, you know, transformation, change. This is your time. Gemini season is your time. If you've been holding off on it, Leo. We all still struggle with a lot of things, right? But I don't know, there's some type of an awareness that you are stepping into, that you're waking up to or opening your eyes to. Okay. I'm also getting, if you have loved ones or friends who are inviting you somewhere, like maybe to go, hey, you know, let's go to like a party, you know, and hang out. Let's go hiking. Let's go camping. Let's go on a road trip. Let's go to the spa. Let's go, you know, it's like you have friends and family members, or even if you're with somebody romantically, your partner, your significant other, you know, maybe, you know, you guys have all these goals or these, you know, small goals, nothing huge. And this could be a time where, you know, you're very social, you're very, you know, like a yes man kind of, or a yes woman, yes person, whatever. You know, you're just saying yes. This is needed, Leo. Getting yourself out, you know, putting yourself out there, shining your light, just blossoming. If you're asking yourself, you know, do I need to let this go, or is this bad? Is this toxic? You know, is this a toxic trait? Blah blah blah. Yes, yes, it is. If there's something that you're looking at, Leo, and you're looking at it and realizing how toxic it is, but you're not sure. Maybe you're doubting yourself and your intuition and what you're seeing. Don't doubt yourself. Whatever needs to be purged, whatever needs to be taken away. And I'm not saying you need to break up with anybody. Breakups happen, right? When you're dealing with change and transformation. But if you are in relationships and you want them to grow and thrive, there are some energies that need to be pushed out of the relationship. And then you need to create a shield of protection around the relationship so that you and your person, or you and your people, whoever you're connected to, can safely and securely, you know, create a better space, a lighter space for each other to grow and thrive, right? A more improved environment for your souls and your hearts and your minds to thrive. Okay. So there are some things that need to be pushed out here, Leo, in your relationships. Could be, you know, the way you talk, you know, conversations that you've been having, power plays. Could be maybe there's a sense of anxiety or some, you know, some mental struggles that you or someone may have when it comes to conversations, or to a certain conversation, you know, that needs to be had, but maybe conflict arises. But it's like, you know, anything that you can do, Leo, to improve, anything that you can do to bring happiness into your life, to be a happier person, more abundant individual, prosperous, whatever steps that you need to take to improve and build on that, take them. When it comes to your transformation, this change, this journey that you're on of happiness, don't take no for an answer. If someone tells you, Leo, you can't do that, that doesn't make any sense. That's ridiculous. You're crazy. No, you're not. It takes a very brave person to stand against everybody else and be like, I don't care what anybody says. That's what I get from these cards, Leo, that I'm seeing here. You got the Yes card of Ganesh or Ganesha. Then you have purification, white Tara. So, Leo, it takes a very brave person to stand up against people and be like, these are the changes that I've gone through in my life. This is what I've been shown. This is what I've learned. I don't care about what anybody else says is so, right? I don't care what anybody else says is truth or not, right? And this is not necessarily arrogance, you know. It may come across to some people who are insecure about your energy, or, you know, who don't understand you, Leo. They may think that you're being arrogant or that you're being self-centered or what have you, but you're not. I don't see that being the case. It's just that you've gone through a lot of cleansing and purging and purification in the past, I would say maybe in the past few seasons, past year or so, that, and it doesn't matter how old you are either. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. You've done a lot of work, Leo, as a soul. Leo, sun and rising signs. So let's pull a couple more oracle messages, then we'll jump into the tarot towards the end of your reading. Leo, sun and rising signs for Gemini season. What messages of advice and encouragement do you have, ancestors, for my beautiful Leos of the world, sun or rising signs for Gemini season of 2024? Okay. You have the ladybug of good luck. So yes, Leo, you do. I know that there's a lot of people out there who don't believe in luck, but I think there's a stigma when it comes to luck. I just feel like luck is just, you know, it's a form of karma. It's a form of protection. It's a form of, you know, spiritual support that not a lot of people have because of the work that they need to do or they haven't done yet. And I feel, Leo, you've done a lot of spiritual work, or you've done a lot of mental and emotional, soulful work. And Leo, you might be the type of person, Leo, sun and rising signs, to inspire people to say yes more to what they want, instead of trying to second guess it and sabotage it and convince themselves like, no, that's not something that I need. That's not something that I really want. You know, I want this instead. We've all done it. Just sabotaged our own sense of self, our own essence, you know, our own power. Hang on a second, Leo. Yeah, Leo, you're feeling very beautiful right now, and if you're not, get on track. Okay? The power that you hold should be the power that you're wielding here. You may be surrounded or have been surrounded by people who have you in this cookie cutter shape, or this type of box, or this type of, you know, shape. And maybe it worked for you for a time, like you wore whatever hat people put on you, or crown, you wore it very well, but there came a point, Leo, for some of you where you felt, there is more to me than this. This is a hat that someone else put on me, right? And you got to the point where you realize, this is not even my hat. It's not even mine. I want to make my own hat and wear it, no matter how crazy or colorful or whatever people think it is. Some of you guys realize people were putting hats on you instead of a crown. And some people, they meant well, but their minds and their frequency, their vision is not as broad as yours, Leo. And that's not nothing against those people that you know, for some of you, if you are dealing with people like that in your family, in your friendship circle, like there's a way that you live and things that you want to do, but you don't do it, or you haven't done it out of fear of like, does that make sense? Who cares if it makes sense? Does it make sense to who? I think that's the question, Leo. Does it make sense to who? Does it make sense to you? Because if it does, right? Because I'm not talking to Leos out there who are just, you know, out here doing crazy shit and they don't know what the fuck up or down. Like, I'm talking to Leos who, you know exactly what you want. You have a vision, you have the talent, you have the wherewithal to accomplish this because of the purification. So for those of you, Leo, who are fighting the purification, the purge, the transformation, get on that. Get on it. Yeah, we have regeneration at the bottom of the deck, the lizard. I don't know, you know, where I live, these lizards, they're called alligator lizards. They run rampant. They're all over the place, right? You probably see them as much as birds out here. And what lizards do, Leo, specifically these tiny lizards, they do these little push-ups. And those little push-ups is a signal or indicator that you are in their space and you need to get out of their space. You know, that they are, you know, they're saying, I'm here, I'm present, right? So if you're here to threaten me or, you know, just understand I don't like it, right? It's kind of like that energy, Leo, where it's like when there's someone in your space, don't hide yourself. There may be some of you, Leo, who kind of feel you feel weird when people have, you know, put attention on you, when they place attention on you, and you're just like, ugh, take it, right? That doesn't mean that you have to show off or anything. You don't have to do anything. If people are looking at you and complimenting you and all this, it's like, okay, you know, cool, whatever. However, if there are people in your midst, and this is Leos, you guys are very intuitive beings. You guys know who are in your midst, who are jealous of you and who are trying to tear you down, or who are staring at you and trying to size you up. Though, you know what to do, right? You know how to shield yourself from that evil eye type of energy. All right, let's pull 2 more oracle messages, Leo. There's a certain type of energy that you have, and I will just use in the form of luck. That's the word that we'll use. You've picked up some type of lucky charm along your journey. You've picked it up along your journey, and it's there to stay now. Okay? It's there to stay. All right, Leo, let's keep going. Leo's sun and rising signs for Gemini season 2024. Frustration, yeah. So in the midst of all of this beautiful energy that you possess, despite all of that, you deal with a lot of frustration, Leo. Things just not fitting. Oh, it could be that you've been trying to, okay. So Leo, for years, some of you have been trying, either people have been trying to get you to fit into a space that you are not supposed to be in. It just doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. Of course, that's going to be frustrating. And it frustrates you because you're like, this is not where I want to be. This doesn't make sense to me. This doesn't feel like me. But then the people are still trying to shove you into that space, and you're like, it just makes you more resentful, right? Understand the spaces that you are in, that you reside in, that you dwell in. Is it where you belong? Do you fit? Do you know what it feels like to fit? And if not, like, to, not fit in, but to fit in environments where you actually thrive. Environments that are set up to support your growth, right? Some of you guys, your personalities or maybe your beliefs, maybe you're not religious or you want to switch religions. Maybe this has something to do with your gender, or it has something to do with the way you dress, your way of life. Okay? Whatever this is, wherever people have placed you in your life since you were a kid, more than likely you don't belong there, Leo. Some of you guys may have gotten degrees. You went to school for this. You've, gotten that job because it was like, well, it just made sense at that time. But now you're just like, no. Some of you guys are just got to the point where you're like, I don't care. I don't fit here anymore. I don't care if I have a degree in this field. I don't care if I've been working here as a profession for how many such years. I don't belong here, and I've just been here for way too long. If it's a relationship, Leo, that you should not have been in for that long, and you know that it was not helping you thrive, it was not making you happy, well, doesn't matter how long. If you are determined to get out of it and you're still dealing with a bunch of frustration, you're not feeling the magic, and your magic is not, you're not given the space to, use your magic, to spread your magic, then what's the point of being in that environment? What's the point, Leo? A lot of us in this world will die having not ever experienced true happiness. But that's because we live in a world that has convinced us that there's no such thing. You have to be rich to be truly happy, or you have to be super, beautiful, or whatever. No, you just have to be determined to experience true love. You have to be brave enough to just stop giving in to what everyone else says happiness is. I don't care if it's in a magazine. I don't care if it's in a book. I don't care if a pastor said it. Only you know, Leo, what happiness is for you and you alone, not for anyone else. All right, Leo, one last oracle message, and then we're going to jump into pulling 3 cards from the tarot for Gemini season of 2024. We're almost there. Yeah, you got heat. Yeah. The universe is kicking some heat under your ass. It's really turning up the heat here. It's really kicking you into gear. Bottom of the deck, you have productivity. So get on it. Get on it, Leo. Yes, you've been very productive on this journey. You've been very productive in doing the things that you feel you should have been doing towards your happiness, but now is the time to turn around and realize, you know what? Let me actually truly research myself. Let me actually dive into the depths of myself and understand, who am I? It's not what your parents say you are. It's not what your friends think you are. It's about who you think you are, who you believe to be, Leo. And this is a very huge journey. This is a huge journey. This is not an easy journey, Leo. Again, this journey takes a lot of bravery. You may have people saying some really mean things to you because you're doing things that just makes no sense, because you're not doing what everyone else is doing, or you're not doing things that may, match up with logic. You may have some people who are really upset and they're just like, I don't understand why you're doing that. That makes no sense. You're just throwing your life away. Is that true? Because they said it? Why? Like there are forces at work, Leo, in all of our lives that it's just, you can't explain it. You just know that they're there. And then when you give into those energies and you have faith in the unknown, anything's possible. And this is the energy that you're bringing to the table, Leo. And people are afraid of that. At least they're afraid to do it for themselves, but you're doing it, or at least you should be. All right, let's pull these 3 tarot cards, Leo, Sun, and Rising signs. Yeah, looking at yourself in the mirror, the Judgment card. Authenticity, Queen of Wands, okay? Whether you're male or female does not matter. This is about experience. You have lived, you've traveled, you've learned. Some of you guys are spirit travelers. You are like cosmic travelers. Maybe you astral project a lot and this is very deep. But others of you, Leo, Sun and Rising signs, you guys have a lot of experience in life on so many levels. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles. You just want equal contribution. You don't want to be hanging around people that expect more from you but not from themselves. You don't want to keep giving and giving but nothing is being received. However, the universe is asking that you sacrifice something for them to give you something else better. Okay? Yeah, 4 of Wands. So, Leo, protect your energy. Remember that box I was telling you about? You're not locked in that box. Get out of that box that people have set up for you. It's done. You're done with that. Okay? Now it's time for you to set up, with the 4 of Wands, a fortress, a home, a sense of comfort and environment for yourself that is truly going to make you happy. And I'm getting the sense that there may be some people that will fall on the wayside. They'll fall off. They'll fall off because this, like I said, with this purification, this is huge transformation, Leo. But there's going to be new people being brought into your life, into your energy, who are there to help you build this fortress that you desire for yourself. So you are being weighed. You are being judged, Leo. You are being taken into, the universe is considering you, and whether it sees the need for you to move forward or to stay here and continue to work on this situation that you're in your life. Okay? All right, Leo. Good luck. Happy Gemini season. Hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye. All right, Sagittarius, last but not least. Sagittarius, Sun and Rising signs. This is for Gemini season 2024. General messages, take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay. Let's get into it, Sagittarius, Sun and Rising signs. Let's see what is in store for you. What messages of advice, encouragement, and guidance does the cosmos have for you? What is written in the stars for you? What messengers are being sent to you? What are the angels saying to you for Gemini season 2024? What are the angels speaking, ancestors? What are the angels saying to all individuals born under Sagittarius in their sun and or rising placements for Gemini season 2024? All right, let's see, Sagittarius. Let's see. Okay, Sag. You have the card Archangel Michael. So if there is an angel in particular, if speaking to you, it's probably Archangel Michael. But if it's not, that's okay. It says you can do it. That is a very positive message Very positive message to receive. That means that there is a prize, there is a trophy, there is a blessing, a treasure waiting for you on the other side of this mountain or this hill that you're climbing, Sagittarius. What is this pertaining to? I don't know. Like I said, these messages are general. There may be some, you know, bits of information that will tell me whether this is financial, whether this is romantic, whether this is about your family, friendships, what have you. Bottom of the deck, Sagittarius, Sun and Rising signs, you received flow of prosperity, the goddess Lakshmi. Again, a very positive message. It's a very positive thing to say. A very encouraging thing to say. Whether you're going through a breakup, you can do it. You got this, Sagittarius. If you're struggling at work, you got this. Either you're going to figure something out. Either you're going to figure out a way to solve this issue at work, or you're going to find another job. Like, you can do it can mean a lot of different things. That does not mean that, you know, if you don't want to stay at a job or in a relationship, this card is saying, okay, you got this. Go find someone or something better, right? But either way, it's going to be good for you. It's going to be really good for you, Sagittarius. And yeah, I feel like your message so far is just very straightforward with these cards. But you have a lot of energy backing you. There's some of you Sagittarius, Sun and Rising signs, you guys have a very powerful spiritual team, or very powerful, could be an ancestor, okay, or multiple ancestors. There may be an angel giving you messages just so that you can, you know, hoping that you pay attention to those messages to keep you out of harm's way, or to keep you away from lower vibrational energies. Let's keep going, Sagittarius, Sun and Rising signs. Let's see. Sagittarius, Sun and Rising signs for Gemini season of 2024. Let's see. Sagittarius, Sun and Rising signs for Gemini season 2024. There you are, Sagittarius. There's the horse. I always see the horse or the centaur as you. So yes, this is a direct message from someone in the cosmos, an ancestor, passed on loved one, someone. This is a direct message that you can do whatever you set your mind to, whatever you set your heart to. There are those of you, Sagittarius, you are very pure of heart. Some of you guys are actually realizing that what you've been doing is just not enough for you. You want more. You want something that's going to, you know, touch your soul. It's going to wake your soul up. Some of you guys can just keep going and going. Like, you know, you have a lot of stamina. You're very strong, strong-minded, strong-willed. If not, you know, some of you guys may be very strong in your bodies. Like, your bodies can really withstand a lot. Definitely don't put your bodies through past this limit. Please don't. And this is also an energy of like changing direction, Sagittarius. Some of you guys may be feeling like, you know, I'm just on the wrong path, or I'm not doing the right things, or this isn't working. But No, you're on the right track, Sagittarius. What you're doing, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You don't, there's anybody or any thought that you have in your mind that you're on the wrong path. No, you're not. You're doing good. All right, let's see. Wow, Sagittarius, your reading might be a little bit shorter than everybody else's. I don't know why. It's just, these cards are just very straightforward. And maybe that's just what you need right now, Sagittarius. Maybe there could be those of you, maybe that's all you just need to know. You just need to know that you're fine. You know, whatever it is that you're doubting within yourself on this journey, like, you're fine. I'm also getting, there's somebody saying to you, like, you're free. Like, you don't need to. It's almost like you're walking around like you have a chain attached to your leg or something, or, you know, like, it's like, oh, am I allowed? I can't do this. I can't do that. It's like, yes, you can. That could be for one of you, but others of you, you know, maybe you're just that type of person where it's just like, I'm going to do whatever I want. Like, I don't care. Also, some of you Sagittarius, there's someone in your life that for the longest time made you feel that you couldn't do anything that didn't make sense to them, or you just were inadequate, or, you know, for whatever reason, this person or these people made you feel, could be from a young age or whatever, in a past relationship, where you just were made to feel, you were just kind of looked at like, you know, you can't do that. Like, you're not allowed to do that, or that doesn't make sense for you to do that. That's for these types of people to do, or that's, you know what I mean? And this message is here to remind you, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, Sagittarius. I was about to curse, but I don't want to curse too much on these videos. But it's like, you can do whatever you want. And I'm just going to say, yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want, okay? Like, I just feel like that's just Sagittarius energy, especially for Sagittarius risings. But it's just like, you know, you can do whatever you want. I just get the sense that some of you guys, you're dealing with somebody, or you've been raised or was in a long-term relationship where you just, it's like they just didn't give you space or any support when you know, when you had dreams and aspirations. It was like they just shut you down, or I don't know. And I'm not saying that they necessarily shut you down like disrespectfully. Maybe they're just try to, you know, maybe they felt like they had your best interest, and they're just like, are you sure you want to do that? Like, I feel like, you know, they may have had a lot of concern with some of the things that you wanted to do, but it's like, that's not your problem, Sagittarius. Like, that's not your life. That's not your story. Okay? It's not your story. Sagittarius, Sun and Rising signs. What messages of advice and guidance do you have for them, ancestors, for Gemini season of 2024? Fear. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. There's some type of a dark corridor in your life that you're afraid to walk. You're afraid to go down there because there's someone who made it seem scary, and it's not scary at all. Someone made you feel like, don't do that. You don't want to do that. That may not be good for you. You might regret it, you know. That costs too much money, or you don't have enough money for that, or, you know, I heard that so-and-so, this happened to so-and-so when they did that, so like maybe you should steer clear of that. It's like, you know, so there's some type of fear that has built up inside of you when it comes to doing exactly what you want to do. Or maybe this is a career move. Maybe this is a situation where you went to school, you did everything that you could to be the best at what you were studying, or what you were trying to accomplish, and maybe just things didn't work out the way you thought it would. Maybe you needed to do more research on the the career that you were pursuing. And maybe you just decided, you know what, I don't want to, you know, maybe you lost a lot of money or put a lot of money into that. Maybe you had gone to school and, you know, maybe it seemed like it was going to work out with you getting this awesome job and it was going to be a career, but then it didn't happen for whatever reason, depending on what degree you were pursuing. Could be. And maybe now you're just like, yeah, that dream's dead. It's dead and gone. Didn't work out. Protection. Okay. Fear and protection. So whatever it is that you're afraid of, Sagittarius, you are being shielded from whatever is lurking in the darkness for you in this part of your life. You are protected. And some of you guys, okay, I'm seeing like, you know, nature. Some of you guys want to buy a home on a piece of land, a beautiful piece of land. Maybe you want to buy some land. Some of you guys, maybe you want to buy a horse or you want to get into horseback riding. I don't know. It's like there are some things, Sagittarius, that you want to do. And there's a lot of fear behind it that's kept you from moving towards that. Don't sabotage this. And don't let someone else sabotage it either, Sagittarius. Please don't. Don't let anybody else sabotage this for you. Because at the end of the day, if you let somebody else sabotage this, that means you're sabotaging it. So don't sabotage it, Sagittarius, okay? All right, let's see. One more oracle message, and then we're going to jump into the tarot towards the end of your reading, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, sun and rising signs for Gemini season of the year 2024. What messages does the cosmos, the universe, the gods and goddesses have for those born under Sagittarius in their sun and or rising signs? So this is a theme that I'm seeing for the fire signs overall so far, Sagittarius, is that you guys just need your freedom. You guys need space. You know? You guys need breathing room. You need leg room, right? You don't need people all in your face or, you know, to try to stop you from hurting yourself. It's like if they really trusted you and knew who you were and knew the strength that you possess, Sagittarius, they would just trust you. They would just be like, hey, I'm here if you need me. I support you. If you fall, I'm here to support you and pick you back up. If you change your mind and you don't want to do whatever you're doing anymore, I'm here to support you. If you want advice, I'll give it to you. Like you need people in your life who are just going to trust that, hey, Sagittarius knows what they're doing, and if they need me, I'm right there. Right? All right, let's see here. You have repetition. So there's some things that are happening in your life over and over again because that is a message, that is a karmic cycle that needs to be broken. Okay? It needs to cease. And it's only up to you to stop it and to break that cycle. Others of you, you're tired of doing the same old every day. Day in, day out, moon in, moon out. Right, night in, night out. You know, every time the sun goes up and goes down, the moon comes up and goes down. You're doing you feel like you're just doing the same thing, and you're like, I'm so tired of this. This is so boring. What more can I do? You know, what is going to feed my soul, feed my mind and my heart? Yeah, like feed your mind and your heart, your soul, core. Look at that. At the bottom of the deck. You want something that is going to light you up from the inside. Right? Some of you guys may have been brought up to be more dependent on people. Maybe you depended on your parents more, or maybe some of you guys were brought up to be more independent, or maybe there was a little bit of neglect there. But And maybe there are people in your life or family members who think that they know you, but they really don't. So a lot of their advice really doesn't really matter. It's not really helpful along your journey. There are some people they don't realize that they've actually neglected you, Sagittarius. Yet they still pretend like because we're family or I've known you for so long, but they really don't know you because they, you know, there are some people in your life, even right now, Sagittarius, for some of you, that they do know you because they've been through it with you and through thick and thin, or they've practiced empathy with you and supported you. But there may be some arrogant people in your life, Sag, who kind of, you know, they make it seem like, you know, no, I know Sagittarius, like, but it's like they weren't even there. They weren't even trying to support you. They had no empathy for you, you know. You need to run like the horses, Sagittarius. You need people in your life who are like-minded, who want to run and frolic with you, right? Who want to have fun and enjoy this life with you, not people who are going to try to stop you. And there may be some people, like with this fear card and this protection card, maybe there are people in your life who thought that they were protecting you, and they were, because they didn't want anything to happen to you in you know, in your life. But in the long run, you know, they kind of needed to kind of let go and let you fly. They needed to let you figure it out. You know, some people they become a crutch, and you just have to be like, I don't need you anymore. Like, I don't need this crutch. All right, last but not least, Sagittarius, Sun and Rising signs. Ooh. Yeah, there's a leap of faith that you need to take. There's healing with 2 other people for some of you. Could be with your parents, could be with some siblings. Some of you guys might be thinking about getting pregnant. You're thinking about your home life, nesting. Yeah, you're thinking about really, you know, creating a life for yourself where you feel at home for the rest of your life. Like you're doing it, Sagittarius. You're getting there. You're getting there. Yeah, you have the 4 of Pentacles. Yep. And the 8 of Cups. A lot of cups in your reading, and then you have the Princess of Swords. So yes, you may receive some type of a message from work. I feel like it's going to be a good message, but there's something that you need to, something that it's not broken necessarily. There's some type of either relationships or something about your career, your job, something about how you live your life. It's like, it's not really broken. When I see the 8 of Cups, it's like, it's not, none of those cups are necessarily like broken, like they're not shattered, or there's nothing really wrong with them, but they're just no use for them. You know, it's just like there's a situation where it's like it's not really broken, but it's not really making you happy either, right? And you may have been, you know, holding on to this, and you may be dealing with someone who's very stubborn, and maybe in the past you really expected love and affection from this person or these people, and you just, there's a reason why you're walking away from this. If this is a relationship, there was a lot of healing that you wanted to facilitate with these people or this person, and you just weren't getting it. And so you just moved on with your life, you know, maybe being overly protective of your money. Some of you guys are, you know, you need to get out there and spend some money on yourself, enjoy yourself. Some of you guys have not really enjoyed life because there's some type of a circle, maybe like your parents, a family circle, a relationship, maybe it was a love triangle, I don't know, but there was something where you wanted love, like you wanted to feel held. And that didn't happen, so it kind of caused you to really like bottle a lot of things up inside of you. And it could be, Sagittarius, that you started to build this life because of the love that was lacking in the past in this situation. And you just, you know, I'm just getting the sense, just be okay with walking away. It's okay. If it's not working out and it doesn't make you happy, don't feel guilt for walking away from this. If it's not feeding your soul, if it's not making you happy and it's making you feel anxious and afraid and fearful all the time to where you feel like, you know, you have to protect yourself from everyone, you can't really show your emotions, like, walk away from these people, walk away from this situation, because it's not serving you. It never really has. And if this is a family situation, that's tough, but sometimes family, they're not immune to being dropped off, you know what I mean, and left for a while, you know, because, you know, families, they're just made up of individuals who need to grow and prosper. Who need to grow and learn to prosper, right? It's not your responsibility to do that. I hope that made sense, Sagittarius. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, Sagittarius.